What's up, everybody? In this video I'm going to be showing you some awesome trading cards that I won in a giveaway contest from the Major Geek Association on Facebook. Now if you want to check them out and leave them a like, I will be putting the link to their page in the description below, and if for some reason that doesn't work, their URL will be right here on the screen. Alright, so the cards I won were supposed to just be Walking Dead cards, but they were cool enough to send me some DC and Marvel cards from the early 90s also, as an apology for the Walking Dead cards being shipped late, which is really awesome because they didn't have to do that, but they did. Shows the type of people they are. Kick-ass people. Alright, so first I'm going to start off with the DC cards, since there's not as many of these as there are the Marvel and the Walking Dead. So here we go. First one is the best one of the DC cards, which is the Silver Age Wonder Woman, looking all sexified. And then we got Eclipso, Cheetah, which just looks hilarious to me. It's crazy. DC has Cheetah, Marvel has the Black Panther. So if they ever cross paths, I'm sure Cheetah and Black Panther will end up getting it on, Marvin Gaye style. And we got the Brainiac. And we got Dove, which I've actually never heard of. And then we got the Bronze Tiger. Wait, there's actually one more. I'm an idiot. Then there's Booster Gold. Good work, Booster. Reminds me of Turbo Man. Alright, next we're going to be checking out the Marvel cards. Alright. Falling all out here. Alright, the first one is Daredevil. One of my favorite Marvel heroes. Next, Luke Cage, who's going to be getting his own series on Netflix this month. Can't wait for it. He was actually pretty good in Jessica Jones. We got the Dazzler. Then we got Adam Warlock. So those four cards are from the Marvel Masterpieces. Nice. Alright, next, this is this is the most hilarious card I got. It's the Submariner. It's just a shirtless guy riding on a griffin. Too hilarious, man. Too hilarious. We got Captain Britain, who I've actually never heard of before. Union Jack, who I've never actually heard of before. We got Death's Head, which is probably the stupidest name I've ever heard of. Not very creative at all. Then we got the New Warriors. I recognize a couple of them. And we got Rage. And we got the Green Goblin, one of my favorite supervillains from the Marvel Universe. And we got the original Ghost Rider. Hell yeah, that is a badass card. We need another Ghost Rider movie without Nick Cage. And Mr. Fantastic, not really a fan of him. Never been a Fantastic Four fan, honestly. Then we got Cable, who's going to be in Deadpool 2, and I can't wait for that fucking movie. It's going to be phenomenal. We got Deathlock. And we got Thor, who has a movie coming out next year, right? Yeah, Thor Ragnarok or something. Then we got Galactus. Then, wrong way. This is probably my favorite of the Marvel cards I've received. Spider-Man versus Venom. Big Spider-Man fan. Big Spider-Man fan. That's the back. I'm not going to show the back of all the cards because this video is probably going to stretch on a lot longer than I want it to anyway, just showing the fronts. So you got the Avengers versus Kang. Ghost Rider versus Death Watch. Daredevil versus Punisher, which is a battle we got in the most recent season of Daredevil on Netflix. Can't wait for the Punisher series coming next year. X-Men versus the Martyrs. And we got the Sinister Six, which is the Hobgoblin, Vulture, Electro, Sandman, Dr. Octopus, and Mysterio. And we got the Blob. It's actually a really awesome card. And we got Doctor Doom. And then we got Barazimo, which actually sounds a lot like Berenzino, which is one of the towns from a game that I've put over 2,000 hours in called Daisy Standalone on the PC. And we got the Wasp, Sexy Mama. And then we got Lockheed. And then we got the Long Shot, which I guess is Marvel's version of Deadshot. And then we got, now these cards are really cool. These are Spider-Man Presents cards, and they're just like, they're kind of like little mini comic pages, because as you can see, there's bubbles, and then on the back there's more. So I love these freaking cards right here. They're my favorite. And you got Dr. Octopus. That's the front. And the back. Then the Hulk. The back. Then Thor. The back. And you got Spider-Man and the Punisher, which is something I would love to see in a movie or show. You got Spider-Man and Magneto. And finally we got Spider-Man and Iron Man, which is something we seen in Captain America Civil War, man. I honestly think Spider-Man was the best part of that movie. Alright, now we're going to move on to the piece de resistance, which is the Walking Dead cards. So, the small stack is Season 2, the big stack is Season 3. That is a lot of cards, so we're going to try and get through them super fast. Alright, so we got Shane, the moment he became a true psycho when he shaved his head. Then we got Shane and Rick coaching Carl on how to shoot. Then we got Shane and T-Dog burning walker bodies. Then we got Rick laying under a walker. Then we got Rick being held by his whorish wife Lori. Alright, then we got Andrea, Shane, and T-Dog digging graves. And this is from one of the saddest episodes of Season 2, when Rick killed poor Shane. Shane was the most interesting part of that season, and they had to take him out, those bastards. We got Rick and Shane when they got into their little scuffle. Then we got Lori and Carol from episode 1 of Season 2. Then we got Shane when he was off with Otis. We got Daryl and T-Dog. And we got Little Squad, Herschel, Andrea, Poor Dell, and Ricky Boy. And finally, this is one of the promotional photos for Season 2. It just showed Rick, Shane, and Lori. So those are really awesome. Problem is, I really wasn't a big fan of Season 2 or Season 3. I think they're the worst seasons of the series. Season 1, phenomenal. I could watch that many more times. Season 4 had its ups and downs, but for the most part was phenomenal. Season 5 had a couple of bad episodes, but most of them were awesome. And Season 6 had a couple of bad episodes, but was really awesome. But man, there was a lot of episodes from Season 2 and Season 3 that just, I was like, this is boring. Still love the show though, regardless, and it's only going to get better now that Negan has been introduced. Right, here we are, Season 3. Herschel and them at the prison. Boom. Try and go a little faster. So I don't really want this video to stretch on and be 15 minutes. Pregnant Lori. Oh, shit, I gotta turn my head. Ooh. Bonfire. Rick, Darrow, Michonne. Rick, Darrow, and Herschel. The squad at the prison. This guy whose name I can never remember. And you got Sasha. You got Andrea, who was the most hated character of season 3, even more so than the governor, who was the actual bad guy. Which I thought was funny. I think the person who was playing Andrea was a good actor. It's just the script, man. They just really fucked her up as a character. A good amount of Andrea cards here. You got Andrea and the governor. Andrea aiming that gun like a boss. We got the governor talking about that bibbity bobbity. Governor again. The governor with that other guy whose name I can't remember. You got governor before he lost his eyeball. Governor with the bandage after he lost his eyeball. The governor the exact time he lost his eyeball to Michonne. And then we got Andrea having a drink with the governor. We got Daryl in the squad. Daryl carrying Carol, oh oh. Daryl carrying Carol, oh oh. Turn that into a beautiful song. Daryl with his brother Merle in the little fight arena. Daryl with the love of his life, his crossbow. His crossbow is like Negan's bat Lucille, man. They don't want to be without each other. Daryl with the crossbow and Rick with the rifle. And we got the gorgeous Michonne. You got Michonne when Merle kidnapped her. And you got Michonne again. Speaking of Merle, got one of him looking all creepy. Another one, him shooting his rifle. And we got Ricky Boy and Rick with the pistol and his little funny flashlight silencer. And then we got Rick and Michonne before they came Rishon. And then we got Carl and Rick. Got Rick pointing the gun at the governor. We got another angle of Rick pointing the gun at the governor. And we got Rick and Carl again. And we got Carl. And then we got Carl and Michonne from the episode Clear, where they ran into Morgan. And we got Carl, the beautiful Maggie, a little ass kicker. And we got poor Glenn. Glenn and Merle. Now this is a sad card right here because it's pretty much a 99.9% confirmation that Glenn will be getting his head bashed in in the Season 7 premiere. So, this is a sad card to look at, because you know Maggie and Glenn won't be able to do this anymore. This might actually end up being worth a little something. Thinking about getting Maggie and Glenn to sign this somehow. If I could ever afford to go to a convention that they're both at, I might get Glenn to sign one side and Maggie to sign the other. Then we got one of Michonne's pets, one of the walkers. This shit's cool right here. Go back. That's phenomenal. We got some walkers munching on that one guy. And then finally we have the aquarium with the walker heads in it that was in the governor's office. And if you're curious as to what the backs look like, this is what they look like. They show another little picture, and then they tell you a little paragraph about what's going on in the picture. So yeah, those are it, man. All those awesome freaking cards. Season 2, Season 3 of The Walking Dead, 1990 and 1991 DC and Marvel cards. Like I said, man, those Spider-Man Presents cards are great. Walking Dead cards are great, man. Really happy. So glad that I was the winner of this contest. And a big thank you again to Major Geek Association for choosing this guy. So anyways, if you want to check them out, like I said, links in the description. And I will catch you guys on the flip-flop. See you later. Bye-bye.